dust off all of the cobwebs in Conversation Castle.
I will
All
roll
right.
through them.
What?
I roll through the cobwebs. Give me the spiders.
Oh, hello.
Ugh,
Hey.
I
Hi.
hate
There you are.
base Discord. This is so gross.
Conversation Castle. Weapons and cogs.
Yay, post-session hours.
Yeehaw!
All right.
It's Conversation Castle.
So starting from the
right.
top, Eric, how did you enjoy session? Questions, comments, concerns?
For the most part, I liked it. The only issue I had mainly came down to me. It wasn't anyone else's fault, which is the fact that I had to be muted for a bit. But otherwise,
okay.
Yeah.
it was good. That's it. See you guys next time. Bye.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Bye.
Come on,
Night.
man.
All right. Next on the list, Shane, how'd you enjoy session? Questions, comments, concerns?
I am content. We got to do a lot of just story stuff and just really getting down into just what our next thing is. Having a good time.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
pretty content. And come on, we found a crazy homeless man. What's better than that? I'm happy
By the
with
way,
this.
Because he had a bagel in his mouth, you couldn't really hear his name. His name is Old Man Hickory.
That's what I
Nice.
heard. When you did it, that's what I heard was Old Man Hickory.
Okay.
Dante, of course, wouldn't mind Dante being the person who was traveling across like the fucking countryside, like on foot. He, of course, was in the woods finding plenty of homeless people. So it's just like, another friend.
Yeah.
He's crazy, but who cares? But he
uh,
can still be good to talk to.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm content. So
Half elf, quarter human, quarter gnome. Crazy collects bagels. That's my notes for Old Man Hickory.
hey, good enough.
All right. Skipping a little bit down the list. Vriska, how'd you enjoy session? Questions, comments, concerns?
Loved it. It was so good.
I am glad. We'd been DMing before, and I'm like, yo, I can't wait to really actually have your character be your character, because sure, you're a badass in the battlefield, but that's only half of being a badass pirate. The other part of being a swashbuckler is just the aura of panache in public. Because it's one thing to do something cool, it's another thing to have people see you being cool.
Exactly. And it was good going to an area where everyone knows that Demara is the crazed girl who will fuck your shit up if you fuck with her.
Absolutely. Also, can I just on the topic of the Undercity,
Yeah.
the halfling candy shop merchant I made up on the spot with the New York accent.
Right.
I'm walking.
Hey, I'm selling candy.
Candy Shops Union.
You know what my
I-
favorite part?
Hmm.
It was whenever we went to the drugstore and you mentioned about how, oh yeah, no, they have a very strict no haggling kind of thing, and I'm like, I'm so gonna haggle to a point where it's like, do you really want to make a big deal out of this? But then the way you responded made me think of basically every time I come to this shop, I always try to get away with 1 gold less.
At least 1 gold less.
I've constantly lowered it. It's like first time there, I did 1 less. Second time when I got away with that, 2 less, and so on until there was a hard limit.
Yep. It very much I wanted to give the aura of they're used to your bullshit, and it's better to just roll with it. It's not gonna result well if they fight you, so it's okay, whatever. You're gonna be back. We're still making a profit. It's whatever. But yeah, I legitimately during session was looking for a token for Roxy, and I kind of have been having all of the NPCs stay on the boat so that this is the character arc. It's dealing with your characters, their backstories, stuff like that. So it's characters, the NPCs will be present, your companions will be there, but I want the characters to be first and foremost.
Yeah.
Also, you're certified badasses. You really don't need the assistance. Anyway,
Role playing.
anything more, Briska?
I also thought it was precious actually having Demir be all sweet and cutesy,
I
as opposed
know.
to her normal kind of I don't really care about anyone else attitude.
I legitimately I really want the artwork of Roxy because just we went back and forth describing her and me being so it's like this, so it's like this, and pinning down who Roxy is and Amazonian muscle-bound badass woman with a huge back tattoo that goes on to the upper arms and slightly kind of like a mantle of a tattoo, and a runic sword that is the size of a breaker blade. It's amazing. Anyway, God, Roxy is just
She's great.
yeah. Anyway, so thank you again for joining us. I had really fun with a lot of fun with the mayor. So
One last thing, not for Steve, but for Hunter. You said Sandra was going to give me a piece of my mind, and she never did.
Yeah, Sandra's mad at you.
Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to the discourse.
there's going to be a huge roleplay moment between the two of them, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, there will be.
I'm not gonna lie. After the insight with the dragon, I've had a moment in my head. If anyone makes a stink about what she's done after that.
Oh, that's not what you did. You told Sandra's sister to get off her ship, and Sandra has a billion questions.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really know anything. Demir was just kind of like, can the murderous person please not be on my ship?
I legitimately, so my two things were, how is she going to show up, and how is she going to leave? And I thought that the really spontaneous popping out of Sandra's arm was going to be like, okay, this is what we're doing. No one's going to expect this. And then the mayor directly saying, "Can you get off my ship? Okay, bye."
I felt a lull, and I felt like there was going to be a moment, like any second, of just like, now I must go. My lord needs me, and then she vanish or whatever. But it's like, why would I just ask her to go?
Yeah.
Just please go.
Yeah, but Sandra is extremely mad at you. You might have noticed that.
I'm not gonna lie, if that's the thing that she brings up, Demira's gonna be caught off guard.
I was considering with the.
Huh?
I was considering with the. How's she gonna leave? Whatever just tries counterspelling whatever she does. Then I figured, one, Steve's probably just gonna not let that happen, and then two, I'd rather just let the character moment happen. But I was thinking of it, but also I feel like it makes more sense just let her run away or something. I don't know.
Right. With that, B, how did you feel about session? Questions, comments, concerns?
We had no combat, but I'm okay with that because we got to roleplay a lot and do a lot of character interactions, which you don't tend to really have a lot sometimes. Because either we get muddled into we're confused to what to do next, or we get muddled with combat where role-playing kind of takes a sort of a backseat to some degree. Mm-hmm. So we got to do stuff, and we got to see stuff and talk, and just I had fun. Interaction's good.
Yeah,
I like that moment whenever
much revelations of plot lines. Yeah.
I like that moment whenever it was just the dragon, just like, who do we talk to? And the dragon was like, there is no one, you're the heroes. And they do just instantly with, oh great, he's an idealist.
Yeah, that gave me a good
sake.
chuckle.
I don't know, you could send us on some cool adventure or something, but instead you're just like, I'm gonna die ominously, so good luck finding new clues. You're just like, for fuck's sake, old man, this clown needs something to do that isn't just like hope for a sign, I guess. Why can't you just tell me?
Hey, why can't you give me a straight answer?
What is it with you nebulous motherfuckers?
Hey, can you please just answer this question? Ah! Oh, okay.
But I had fun. It was funny to me.
That was really good.
He was screaming in pain
All right,
the
fair
entire
enough.
time.
It was funny, so I had a good time. Yeah.
All right. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. All right, next person, Slick Mick. How did you enjoy session? Questions, comments, concerns.
I quite liked all the RP interaction. Pretty heavy characters session, and I do appreciate that I got to. I kind of just like threw it out there. I was on one end. I was just like, is it fine to be interrupting? But I didn't want to feel like I was stepping on your toes, but I kind of also wanted to, put the fishing line out there.
So part of the reason that I hadn't really been responding is because what I did with you is literally like from the time you left the party to like it's been like a month. So you had a couple of decisions, and now the party needs to continue moving to move forward the storyline. Like, you're currently congruent, and you get to make your next decision soon. So your game is being run very different than this one, and we'll see how you do.
If the players, if it's within the agenda for the players to come by, I can try to make myself available for that. It should be fun, but if not, I do trust you understand my character well enough.
For sure. It would definitely be amazing to have you back. But yeah, glad you enjoyed listening to the session.
It was fun. Even though no combat, but it was still impactful.
Exactly.
I mean, technically there was combat. It just happened very quickly. And it ended in one action.
Can I just say...
I shot a lady.
Can I just say, I totally called it on us being able to do an entire fucking D&D live show on a boat.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
If Critical Role can do an entire live session on a boat, so can we.
You got off the boat twice.
The first time we technically didn't leave the boat map.
Anyway, final person, Hunter, how did you feel about session? Questions, comments, concerns?
Well, to start off, two things. One of these days we will run out of ways to destroy Sandra.
No.
This is the audience appeal of Sandra's suffers.
Second, one of these days, Steve will run out of ways to destroy my free time. I'm putting this up on screen without your permission. This is the original Riverside map. It's very nice. I worked very hard on it.
Did I ever ask you to make Riverside? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't. But we were going through Riverside anyway, and the river gets very narrow at this point. So I was like, I'm going to make Riverside because that is an awesome town that I like, and I'm going to put a lot of really nice detail into this map, and then you ruined it.
Yeah, I felt really bad, honestly, because I had the plan it was going to be destroyed. Like, you remember when there was that lull of a session, and I'm like, I need to work on more things? Like, about that time was when I decided when you go through Riverside, you are going to see the effect of the dragons. They're destroying so much stuff, and you don't know what's going to be alive and dead. So, that was the stakes are real moment for you, because Wizard City, you saw how Wizard City is doing. The Isle of Iron, they're legitimately shooting dragons out of the sky because they're a bunch of metal-clad badasses.
I will smite thee as they're just firing.
Yeah, Riverside was the first town that if dragons attacked, they would not do well. So, Riverside was destined to be dead, and when you showed me that map, I felt so bad.
This is also why when Sandra makes her way back to the boat, she's gonna start grilling people about the teleportation scrolls, because by now she is very, very worried about Shurthor. Also, as punishment for this, in Campaign 2, I am going to find some way to railroad the party to Riverside. And we're gonna reuse this map. Because I really like it.
So I will say, like, most of the populace is still alive, and there's still a lot of, like, rebuilding materials. Because, like, humans are the worst infectious disease. You cannot kill them completely. They will continue spreading.
Yep.
You specifically
This is why
said
Zach
that,
survived so much brain damage.
You specifically said they'd be back in a few years, and yeah, 30 years from now, this is what Riverside is gonna look like. Deal with it.
Yeah, for sure.
You are going to eventually end up in Riverside. So, oh, this party suddenly teleported to Riverside!
It very much, so I hope that the party is now aware the stakes are real.
Shit just got real.
We just got some prime fucking rib in here.
Cedra still really needs to go home, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, if we... Conservatively, if we did teleport to Elvania, how fast could we get to Shurthor by horse?
Let me look at the map again. World map.
Shurthor's like in the middle.
I would say that's like depending on bridges that aren't labeled, I'm assuming there's more or less direct routes. I would say that's like a 3-4 day travel by horse.
See the map. Oh, that map doesn't work. Okay, hang on. I did think this out, but did not label it. Apologies in advance. Where the rivers kind of meet up, there's like 4 bridges that kind of just interconnect all the land masses over there.
Uh-huh.
That's more or less where the bridges are.
Yeah. I assume that there's like direct paths to each of the towns because it's the elven lands that have been around. It's literally named, like, Elvania is named after Elvanius, the Fracture Wizard, who, that was how many years ago? Like almost 1,000?
872.
Yeah, exactly. So, the shit's been around for a while. They got paths everywhere.
We are in 872 post-fracture.
Yeah.
Zach doesn't even know the fucking date, though.
872 post-fracture. We go off of a pre-fracture and post-fracture timeline.
I will try to remember this even though I won't.
As for the actual date, it is sometime in May?
I would assume, yeah. I don't remember when the campaign started, but...
we were talking
It's been a
about this
couple of
earlier
weeks.
because we were talking about Sandra's birthday. Hang on, I wrote it down. And then Sandra said, but my birthday's not for like another month! And then we did the whole birthday party anyway.
Happy birthday!
Okay, it's June 17th is her birthday. Speaking of that, how did those arrows pan out? The 3 anti-dragon arrows that I pulled out of the gold dragon.
Oh yeah, no, you can have those.
Are they the same as what I already got? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Congrats, you got arrow.
I've just gone from 5 to 8 of these really sick arrows.
Yeah, it only took having a very useful resource and companion get domed by your sister, who
How was
then
I supposed to know that was gonna happen?
gave
At
you
this point, you
existential
weren't.
dread. Lamau,
I
wrecked.
literally had no way of
Look,
knowing that was gonna
that
happen.
that NPC will continue to aid us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hunter. That was a scripted death. Maybe not scripted in like it was gonna guarantee to die this session, but you said the
So-
magic word.
I'm not sure what everyone was expecting for this session, but I hope that the session was beyond expectations.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a good
That's
time.
what I was anticipating.
well, as a return to D&D, it was very, very good.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes,
God damn it! This
it was
no,
joyous.
for reals. This is what I needed. Ugh. We've been-
Role playing, dungeon, not dungeoning, but like the fucking actual role playing part of D&D.
We've been away
Yep.
for too long.
That's my favorite part of like D&D. It's the role playing.
I need to
Yeah,
get-
exactly.
I need to get back on a fantasy kick because I teeter between fantasy and space stuff, and right now I really need that fantasy kick.
Alright, so important final question. Are there any final questions for me before I go to bed?
We're going to Shurthor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Is it
Yeah.
still gonna be there?
That's for you to find out next time.
Sandra is gonna teleport.
Oh
with
yeah,
the-
shit. Wait, I have one.
What?
fucking rip one out.
Okay.
Perfect exit.
Yeah,
I think she meant to do that, but
Sandra is gonna
Which-
teleport with or without you guys.
Whatever works, you know.
Where's
Which,
the,
Steve,
where on the map are you
Thank
going?
you.
Elvania.
Nor what cardinal direction is that in?
That is all the way on the west coast near the bottom.
what are you saying?
That's quite a distance.
Shape.
Land of the elves and such.
I was saying thank you, not only just for the fantastic session, but also because you actually unintentionally brought something into play that was something I wanted to add as part of my character's backstory, so it worked out very well.
You'll have to DM me what it was about, but
It's something
Yeah.
that'll come up like later,
Drugs.
kind of thing.
dope. Be sure to still message me about it because I want to make sure I can make it even more awesome.
I wouldn't say it'd be more. I mean, it could be awesome, but it could be pretty fucking sad too.
Drugs.
More awesome.
I mean, with us,
Trust-
they're free to like sending me whatever, and all. Like, I guess within D&D timeline, like you can get replies or whatever. But spell slots, am I right?
Yeah.
Right.
Now.
It's like, damn,
your
Galley's
your last message is "I go nunite now."
I
Yeah.
know.
This is
The-
why the movie didn't have spell slots.
The thing is, like, I have my castle with my, slew of like royal advisors. I have a personal wizard.
Damn.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
And-
this-
And they have a giant pile of copper wire to do this all day if they must. And they're in my keep doing research. So like there's not a heavy need for them to conserve their spell slots.
Yeah, okay. I think after Shurthor, we should head over to Granite Keep, see how you're doing.
It's like, hey, so how's the blue situation?
Alright. Anyway,
Yeah.
Betty bye time.
Oh, wait,
for
wait,
me.
my
wait,
time.
wait,
Good
one more
night.
thing. One more thing.
One
Super
more thing.
important, too.
Uh.
We got to roll a bucket today, and that was really cool.
Yay.
We did roll a bucket. I also took Sandra's backstory knives and stabbed her. So,
Yes,
Yup.
yes, you did, and
Roll
it was
time.
horrible.
Lamau wrecked Scrub. Anyway, have a good night.
99.
Thanks,
All right.
thanks
And
for
goodbye.
watching, everybody.